so I'ma charge retail. I brought some cause you say you want sick. If you love sick in the room, you best get well. Every dog has its day. What the no tuck? Sway Lee Winter Magazine, double XL. Floss with your Gucci on, dipped in colors burst on the cars and the jewels. I'm a wanted man. Seats looking like they got a spray tan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is...
Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. Team for the Rams able to secure the football.
So it's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
He's up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football, a movement around there, but they're always taught to eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And he'll be knocked down sideways. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
We keep talking about the impact that hybrid players have had on the NFL, those guys who can do multiple things, and Cam Chancellor fits that perfectly. Is he a safety? Is he a linebacker? No, he's a football player.
And they love him in Seattle. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Rams have the first point. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 out and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Wilson, flush, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mark Bear, he drops him for a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from you trying to throw the football.
Here we go on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They get 31 yards that time. Good enough for a Seattle first. Here's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And no matter, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 33 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're down there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded at the and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Their next series on offense. A quick look back to last week. You had the 49ers and Rams. The big storyline was the head coaches, combined age of 68 years.
Man, Sean McVay, the head coach of the Rams, is 31. Kyle Shanahan's the old guy among the two of them. I wonder if they both get stopped and asked for...
Sammy Watkins, 72 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct, right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off, and I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because official flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, it's Willard jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And give them a gain of 37.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. Chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter. Is both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half? Field.
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, partner, I got to get your thoughts while we have a second on the end of that Falcons. People were shocked that that Golden Tate touchdown was called a touchdown, was overturned. Were you surprised?
I was surprised because normally they stick with the original call, and they felt like they did. They thought Tate's knee was down before the ball broke the goal line. I think they were right about that, but the killer was there was still Detroit thought they were going to get another opportunity, but because of what had happened there, the rules said there had to be a 10-second runoff, which you know who felt the worst about making that announcement? The referee. Yeah. They never want to be the ones that feel like they ended a game, but by rule they had to do it, and that ended it without Detroit getting their last shot.
Just brutal for the folks in Motown. So they took a shot on first and couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, like a well baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to...
And it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, football. Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. The Rams dead last in the NFL last year on 3rd down conversions, just 32%, but they come through there. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And power down to the 6-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation. You just have the confidence. Hey, let's go down there and get this thing. Score right there to give them the advantage.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can. Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Give them 10 yards on that one. Downs. First down, this is Rawls. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And it's caught and eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw.
And he came away. He's taken down. Connor Barwin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the...
Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted.
The worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right. Momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back and couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDermott. They find some open field here. He's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. It is up and through, and there is victory is on the final play. They win it by a touchdown. A road win in the National Football.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now.